show Justin Gaethje anything that Justin could use 7 weeks from now? I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I don't think so. I think whatever Justin uses at the White House against Ilia, he will have learned at a minimum 10 years ago. I don't think Justin will use anything that he learned during training camp last year, 3 fights ago. I believe he will use things that he learned 10 years ago. And moreover, do I think it's a good idea for Justin to be worried about Ilia's punches? Worried about taking the sting off, worried about absorbing them, but absorbing them less. In boxing, that is one half.
To get a chance to talk to them and see, like, why did you circle that, right? Like, oh, you took that option because you knew he didn't have an answer for you there. So he's gonna sit back, look at what Ilia Topuria does well, which is everything, and he's gonna find out where can he fight him. You know what? I think if I'm not rolling dice, if I have to make a pick, I got Ilia Topuria winning by knockout because that's just what he does. And I know Justin Gaethje, is Justin Gaethje gonna wrestle? Is he gonna kick? I'm not sure he's gonna do, but I know Ilia Topuria is gonna get himself in a position where he can knock out Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ilia Topuria, knocked out Volkanovski.
He knocked out everybody.
Knocked out Charles Oliveira, knocked out Max Holloway. Who did he just beat? Oh, it was Charles Oliveira. That was his last one. Justin Gaethje, you can't underestimate this guy.
No.
You can't underestimate him. Did he take some shots against Paddy? Yes. Is that concerning? Because, you know, when you take into consideration the precision that I just said Topuria has, yeah, it's concerning.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and say that Justin Gaethje can't pull it off. Of course he can.
Yeah, he has it.
He's got it in his mind. He's got it in his technique. His grappling's fun. I watched a video of him grappling with Merab, and he was all over Merab.
And that's
crazy.
That's what they say. His grappling's just as good, if not better, than his stand-up.
That's where he started.
I've
he
never
started
seen
as a
it.
grappler.
I've never seen him grapple though.
Well, he finished Bryce Mitchell on the ground, and he's finished a few people on the ground. He does clearly have phenomenal submission ability.
Hey, I mean, obviously, don't smoke.
Topuria isn't just coming back for a fight. He's coming back to reclaim his place at the top, to prove that he is a true force in the sport, and to remind everyone that his dominance is real. He's not here to participate or collect titles one by one. He's here to command respect, to challenge the best, and to erase any doubt that his previous wins were flukes or accidents. Every move he makes, every step into the octagon is calculated to leave an impact that will be felt for years to come. His last fight left a mark. It wasn't just about the physical victory, it was about asserting dominance and leaving an impression on anyone who watched. Even though the fight was only one round and ended with some debate, Topuria's performance sent a clear message. He wasn't there to just win a belt, he was there to establish that he belongs at the top of the division. The whispers that followed only strengthened his aura. Some doubted, but Topuria thrives on doubt. He uses it as fuel, a way to sharpen his focus and his hunger. That's what separates the true champions from the pretenders. The ability to take skepticism, criticism, and uncertainty and transform it into motivation is what makes a fighter unforgettable. Topuria embodies that mindset perfectly. Now, the conversation isn't about whether Topuria is skilled. Everyone already knows that. The debate is about his legacy. Is he one of the greatest of all time? Can he dominate multiple divisions and face every top contender without question? These are the questions that define careers. For Topuria, it's about more than just fighting. It's about proving that he is the apex predator of his era. Every fight, every title, every challenge is a statement. He doesn't leave anything to chance. The Octagon is his proving ground, and he has made it clear that he is willing to face anyone who stands in his way. The upcoming matchups are particularly exciting because Topuria doesn't shy away from confrontation. He calls out the best, looks for the hardest fights, and refuses to wait for opportunities to come to him. That is a mindset that few champions possess. Most fighters wait their turn, hoping for the right opponent or the perfect moment. Topuria is different. He doesn't wait, he demands. He positions himself, challenges the reigning champions, and forces the sport to respond. When you talk about pure chaos inside the Octagon, one name always rises to the top: Justin Gaethje. Known as the Highlight, Gaethje didn't just enter MMA to win fights. He came to create unforgettable wars. Every time he steps into the cage, fans know one thing for sure: someone is going to get hurt. Justin Gaethje's journey started long before the bright lights of the UFC. With a strong wrestling background and an insane level of toughness, he built his reputation in smaller promotions where he quickly became a fan favorite. But it wasn't just his skills, it was his mindset. Gaethje once said he fights to entertain, not just to win, and that mentality changed everything. When he finally arrived in the UFC, he wasted no time making an impact. His fights against killers like Michael Johnson and Eddie Alvarez instantly turned him into a must-watch superstar. Win or lose, Gaethje guaranteed fireworks. His brutal leg kicks, relentless pressure, and willingness to absorb damage made him one of the most dangerous fighters alive. But Gaethje's career wasn't just about chaos, it was also about evolution. After suffering tough losses, he changed his style under coach Trevor Whitman. He became more calculated, more patient.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, well, all right. And then, him fighting Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is probably one of the most technical, sound athletes that I've seen in mixed martial arts, meaning that his cadence of a rhythm when he boxes, when he hits pads, everything he does is like strategic, right? And so
it's also surgical. The precision is perfect. There's no telegraph. There's no opening.
Yeah.
He sets things up.
Yeah.
The timing is ridiculous.
Yep.
And then of course combine that with the power that he has.
Yeah.
I mean, one shot is truly all it takes.
Yeah, and Ilia Topuria can take a shot, and there was me talking to Justin Gaethje about that. So when I talked to him about that, I never want to give. I feel like every athlete has a high IQ, but when you actually...
He made it clear that Justin Gaethje isn't just some wild brawler. He's smart, experienced, and when you actually hear him speak, you can tell his fight IQ is seriously high. This isn't just chaos for the sake of chaos. There's real thinking behind what he does in there. But even with that respect, there's still a big question hanging in the air. What game plan is Justin bringing into this fight? Is he going to mix in wrestling, start blasting kicks, or just stand right in front and trade shots like he usually does? That uncertainty makes this matchup even more intense to break down. When it came to making a pick, he didn't hesitate. He said he's going with Ilia Topuria by knockout. Still, he showed respect to Gaethje, making it clear you can never count him out because of how dangerous he is every second of a fight. At the same time, he pointed out the damage Gaethje has taken over the years and those moments where he's been caught clean. Against someone like Topuria, who is insanely precise and doesn't waste shots, that could turn into a serious problem fast.
Get a chance to talk to them and see, like, why did you circle that, right? Like, oh, you took that option because you knew he didn't have an answer for you there. So he's gonna sit back, look at what Ilia Topuria does well, which is everything, and he's gonna find out where can he fight him. You know what? I think if I'm not rolling dice, if I have to make a pick, I got Ilia Topuria winning by knockout because that's just what he does. And I know Justin Gaethje, is Justin Gaethje gonna wrestle? Is he gonna kick? I'm not sure what he's gonna do, but I know Ilia Topuria is gonna get himself in a position where he can knock out Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ilia Topuria, knocked out Volkanovski.
He knocked out everybody.
Knocked out Charles Oliveira, knocked out Max Holloway. Who did he just beat? Oh, Charles Oliveira, that was his last one. Justin Gaethje, you can't underestimate this guy.
No.
You can't underestimate him. Did he take some shots against Paddy? Yes. Is that concerning? Because, when you take into consideration the precision that I just said Topuria has, yeah, it's concerning.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and say that Justin Gaethje can't pull it off. Of course he can.
Chael Sonnen jumped into the conversation and broke down some advice Roy Jones Jr. had given about dealing with Ilia Topuria's punches. Roy was talking about slipping shots, rolling with the punches, and finding ways to soften the impact instead of taking them clean, classic high-level boxing defense.
But still just as deadly. This new version of Gaethje shocked the world when he dominated Tony Ferguson in one of the most one-sided beatdowns ever seen, winning the interim lightweight title. That victory earned him a shot at the undisputed title against Khabib Nurmagomedov, one of the greatest fighters of all time. Although Gaethje lost that fight, his heart and toughness once again proved why fans respect him so much. He didn't back down. He never does. Then came another legendary war against Dustin Poirier for the BMF title, a fight that showed just how far Gaethje had come. With a stunning head kick knockout, he silenced doubters and reminded everyone that he's still one of the most dangerous men in the division. Today, Justin Gaethje isn't just a fighter, he's a symbol of heart, violence, and entertainment. every fight could be his last, and he fights like it. That's what makes him special. In a sport full of elite athletes, Gaethje stands out because he gives fans something real, raw, unpredictable action. And as long as he keeps stepping into that cage, one thing is guaranteed. You can't afford to miss a Justin Gaethje fight.
Defense. Chael admitted it sounds smart on paper, and in the right setting, it really is. But he also warned that it comes with serious risk when you bring that mindset into MMA. This isn't just a boxing match where you can focus only on hands, there are way more threats coming at you all at once. What Chael was really getting at is simple, but brutal. What works in boxing doesn't always translate safely into mixed martial arts. Trying to slip and roll like that in MMA could leave you wide open for something way worse, and that's how fights can end fast if you make the wrong move.
So now you're going to grab him and you're going to teach him defensively, because Roy went into detail, and Roy said it had to do with dealing with Ilia's punches. Whether you're going to block them, whether you're going to slip them, whether you're going to roll with them. But you must, and I quote the great Roy Jones, take some sting off those shots. Interesting. It's very interesting to me. In boxing, I would co-sign Roy's statement.
What he pointed out was simple but serious. In boxing, fighters can sometimes afford to eat a couple of punches before firing back, but in MMA with those tiny 4-ounce gloves, that's a whole different story. Taking clean shots like that is way more dangerous and can change the fight instantly. It also means if you're only focused on reacting and absorbing hits instead of fully avoiding them, you're playing a risky game. You're not really stopping the damage, you're just delaying it, and that can catch up to you fast. At that point, lasting another round isn't even guaranteed, and things can fall apart quickly.
Slip, duck, avoid, roll. I could drink to all of that. In MMA, if you have a strategy to be defensive, you got big problems. You got big problems in MMA. You got 4-ounce gloves. There are guys in boxing, they'll eat 3 punches to land 1. George Foreman comes to mind. George Foreman's way of setting you up and knowing that you were close enough for him to reach out and hit is for you to hit him. He would take combinations, boom, to give 1 back. That can't happen in MMA. That can't happen with 4-ounce gloves. If you go in there understanding, boy, this guy's gonna hit and this guy's gonna hit me hard, and I need to parry it, I need to slip it, or I need to roll with it. If you do any one of those intentionally, you're not gonna see the next round. And it wouldn't come down to who's better. In a straight-up boxing contest, it usually does come down to who's better. There is a puncher's chance. There are those crazy things that happen, but not.
Justin Poirier opened up about just how tricky it is to deal with Ilia Topuria's range, and he made it sound like a real problem for anyone stepping in there. He explained that even when fighters do manage to find a little success, it usually only happens once they get into close boxing range. But here's the issue. Ilia controls that space so well that he barely lets anyone settle there comfortably, and that's where things start getting dangerous real fast, because the moment he's in range, he's got what Dustin called that touch of death. One clean shot, and everything can flip in an instant. What really stood out to Dustin is that Ilia isn't even the biggest lightweight out there, yet he's still putting fighters away like that. That tells you it's not about size at all. It's all about his sharp technique, perfect timing, and the confidence he brings every single time he steps in.
Or out where he was keeping my body, staying long. Kicking range or clinching range is kind of where he fought me. The times I did have success was in the boxing range, but he didn't let that happen. You know?
Well, it just shows you how fucking good Ilia Topuria is.
Fuck.
God damn that dude.
Dude, I love Justin. I'm a fan. I don't like this matchup for him.
Well, you know what? I mean, Justin knows what he's getting into, and it's hard to count that dude out. He's such an animal.
Yeah, he can land the shot, but...
And it's in the White House. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen, but... That dude has the touch of death.
Yeah.
He has the touch of death.
And he's not a big guy. I've never seen him in person, but I was talking to somebody recently, and they said, no, he's 5'7", you know.
He's small, man. He's not big.